was that story that you decided to share in the book?
So, hello, my name is Martha Guerra. I'm repeating myself real quick, my introducing myself.
Okay.
Um, and I wanted to tell my story to let everybody know, regardless of your if anybody has any physical disabilities or any impairments of any sort, it's a motivation for you to keep on going. When in regards to my story, what I told in the book is that I had a diagnosis of a brain tumor cancer called astrocytoma, and that was from a 2 month baby till I was 7 years old. And one of the side effects from the brain tumor cancer was my vision.
Mm,
So therefore, it did in fact impair me throughout my life. And now, as an adult, it's like I will not let that stop me. And I have never let that stop me. And I wanted to tell my story to encourage everybody not to give up on their dreams, regardless of the life conditions that is heading your way.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's very powerful what you just shared. And when you went through those challenges growing up, how were you able to navigate through those challenges? I mean, I bet there was just some times where it was a little bit difficult, but how were you able to just push through those challenges at that time?
So one thing that I've always had in my mind is that when I was little, even till now, it's like the time is a constant flow. What am I doing to make my time valuable to me personally?
Okay.
And it's like, where where am I gonna put my energy on? I am personally somebody that loves drawing. So
Okay.
therefore I'm going to draw a lot.
Mm, mm,
And I wanted to focus myself in a career where it lets me be creative. On the side, I like to draw. As you can
mm.
tell,
Wow.
yes, here is a quick drawing.
Let me see. It goes in and out. It goes in and out a little bit. Let me
Yes.
see. Hold it back a little bit. Right, right there. Hold it back a little bit. Yeah, it's a little blurred. Oh, we can see it kind of goes in and out. I like it. Yeah, but we can see it. That's a cool, the bird. It's a really cool drawing that you have right there. So,
Yes.
so it sounds like drawing was a way for you to cope, or not cope, but I guess like um kind of
It
like
was it, wa- it was in fact actually a coping mechanism at first
okay,
because of the cancer treatments. But
okay,
as I got further into my art career, I
okay.
wanted to become a art teacher. And so, I mean, economic wise, I wanted to look out for my son and myself.
Okay.
And I was
Mm,
like, okay, where's a place where I know I'm going to be financially stable? And I'm actually studying civil engineer right now, civil engineering. And I do have my associate in interior design. I finally graduated. Um, when I was writing my book, I had recently graduated from interior design and now I'm going for civil engineering. I just want to be
wow.
able to make sure that I'm doing something that motivates me, that I enjoy doing, because
Yeah,
I don't see myself doing something that I cannot wake up happy to do that thing, if that makes
yeah.
sense.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and just like for the audience that's listening that has been thinking about following that dream or that has been thinking about doing something like you said, you wake up and you're excited. What what words of encouragement or what tips would you give those people to get into what they love?
First off, obviously you do have your hobbies, yes, but also you have to do your research and whether what careers are falling into that hobby.
Okay.
Once
Hmm.
you do that career, you start finding out where you need to put your time and invest in to make those goals happen.
Yes. Yes.
And also,
Absolutely.
too, another thing, people are always going to be talking, just judgments everywhere, left and right, left and right. In
Hmm.
regards into that, you have to learn how to cancel out that noise. You will listen to them, but eventually you're just gonna have to let it go one ear out the other. And
Yeah,
it's like you will listen to them, obviously, but brush it off. Like how my instructor told me, brush it off.
I like that.
Sacúdete off. Yes.
Sacúdetelo,
But
yeah.
also, too, it's like surround yourself with people that are doing the same exact career path or within the same industry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a
Hmm.
light bulb right there for
And
sure.
I'm
Because you're
saying
right. Yeah,
this,
I love it.
and I'm saying this because actually here at school, I'm here with some of my friends that are in engineering, and
Okay,
they're like really incredible people that are constantly motivating each other. And I love that.
that's really cool. Yeah, yeah, those are great tips that you're giving us right now, and so valuable and so important. When you talk about the people you're surrounding yourself with, also doing your research, very important. And then, man, how a lot of people really do care about what other people think or say about them. That is very,
Yeah.
very important to know
Yeah.
that, you got to brush it off, like you said. I really love that.
Brush it off. Yeah. Sacúdetelo.
Is that good? Yep, yep, there you go. Yeah, so for you, in regards to, you're doing your drawings, you're doing I did see that you even went to like some festivals, you shared your book. Tell us
Yes.
about
Yes.
how has it been, that experience, just you being an author and just sharing your story with people and sharing your book with other people. How has that experience been for you, just sharing this with other people?
Well, most importantly, the thing with me too is that I do reach out to people that are living the life that I want to live, per se.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, my thing is like right now, currently, I'm out and about. People reach out through me through social media, through Instagram, which is MGARTS 28 for those that want to look me up. Um, some people reach out to me and I will reach out to them too as well to ask them like, hey, I see that there's an event going on. Am I able to sign up for these events? I would like to
Nice.
put myself out there, as well as some people even reach out to me because of the consistency that I'm constantly posting my artwork. And
Love it.
actually, a famous music producer known as DJ Zero, DJ AYXERO, he
Mhm.
once told me, dear, how are people going to know about your story if you don't put yourself out there?
Right.
If people discover you by themselves, let them discover you, let them promote you.
I love that. And I want you to I want you to share something that I thought was very insightful of what you said right now, which was two things. First, uh the importance of staying consistent. And then secondly, you taking the initiative to make the connections, reaching out to people for opportunities. Could you speak on those two? Because I think you definitely are a very consistent person, and also you're very powerful when it comes to taking the initiative and reaching out to people. Tell us about how important that is for success.
So, I mean, and this, I will say this, this is something that I'm constantly learning right now. Like
Hmm.
right now in my career, is that you see these amazing people that you want to reach out to, but you get that shyness, that nervousness, like I don't want to bother them.
Right, right.
That kind of has to go away. It's like the same thing with relationships. I want to point that out because it's the same thing concept wise. It's like
Hmm.
you don't know if that person's gonna have a good interaction with you if you don't like ask, if you don't
Right.
attempt to reach out.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what would you tell a person, like in regards to reaching out, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't know if I should reach out." What advice would you give them in regards to just getting that courage to reach out? What would you tell them to do?
Just introduce yourself first. Introduce yourself. Say hi, I'm so and so. Um, I thank you for taking your time out of your day to being able to read this quick message. And then you tell them what you want to tell them real quick. But also something that I came to realize is that a lot of these profiles, or they only let you send out one message at a time. So you have to be very like sell your point right then and there, but also
Mm,
make it like you're friendly. You're not in it just because you're in it.
yeah.
Like ask
Okay.
them like briefly, like how are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Right. Right. Nice. Yeah. This definitely that right there was a very it's that was a golden nugget that you just shared with us. So thank you for sharing that with the audience because I think a lot of people can learn so much from you just based off of that point right there. And then tell us about like how do you stay consistent? Can you share some tips with us about how you are able to stay consistent?
That's something that I'm currently still managing. Personally. Um, but I mean, it's a consistent. It's a if you're not consistent with like life goals, like you're not gonna put yourself out there.
Exactly. Yep.
Because like for example, right now I know for sure that's something that I still need to work on.
Okay.
Uh, but
Yeah.
I do love like studying. It's like you have to write down your like goals, right? Due
Yes.
dates.
Hmm.
When it comes to events, set up the timer on your phone. And then if you're not a phone tech savvy person where you jot down like your events on the phone, jot it down in a calendar.
Absolutely.
Such and such time. Give yourself a time frame so that way that will motivate you to get stuff done beforehand.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. So tell us, like Martha, just like your experience with us, working with us. How was the experience for you, like in the Reinvent Yourself book project? What did you enjoy about the book project, and just being a part of this experience?
So, for example, with Reinvent Yourself, I really enjoyed it. It was a beautiful experience, and I really recommend everybody to try it out. Don't feel hesitant in wanting to tell your story because that's something that I did learn within this story because it's several people coming together, collaborating with each other to make the story happen
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
different point
Absolutely.
of view perspectives.
Yeah. Yeah. And then have people told you, have people when they read your story, has anybody reached out or has anybody said anything about your, just by
Yes.
reading your story? Can you share that?
Actually, my clients reached out to me through my story that I told,
Okay.
and
Wow.
we're still working on right now. But this client is a really good person, and he's been really an amazing person to work with. And
Nice.
whether it's relationship, because I know that there's other people that have told their relationship advice, and I apply them to my advice, like to my personal life. Any advice I will say is that any advice, any guidance that older people or people that have more experience than you, take it, apply it to your own life.
Love that. Absolutely. And so it sounds like it's not only been helpful like personally, but on a professional level as well. Just being able, writing this book, this story in this book, it sounds like it's also helped you in a professional level. Can you explain how that has helped you on the professional side as well?
More exposure, I would have to say, but also in a professional level, it's like regardless of my disability, I'm still getting my licenses. I'm still, you know, getting the requirements done that is required for me to be able to practice my career. And it's like it's a way of me telling other people, it's like regardless if you have a disability, you can still hire people like me.
Hmm.
Because regardless, I still have to go through the same procedures as everybody else, as a normal person. The same procedures. There's nothing different. The only difference is that the vision part.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah. So just any final last words that you like to say, Martha, before we get out of here?
Yes. Watch. watch your thoughts. Your thoughts control your beliefs. Your beliefs will manifest into your reality. Another thing is something I came to realize too. Be hyper vigilant with what type of music you're listening to and the lyrics too.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you want to, again, it all ties in together. You listen to whatever type of music you want to listen to, but you start, like, if you start noticing the patterns within your own life, you're gonna see those patterns manifest in your own life.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Good stuff,
So
Martha. Well, yeah. Thanks again for being on. And then just like if anybody wants to reach out to you and maybe, whether buy your artwork or maybe any type of work that they'd like to do with you, how can they reach you?
through my Instagram, mgarts28, mgarts28, or I am letting you all know you guys can reach out to my personal number, which is 915-208-8301. I will repeat that again, 915-208-8301. And remember, everybody, that everything will manifest in reality. I will repeat that.
Absolutely.
Everything will manifest into your reality.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, thank you, Martha, again for being on the
Thank
show. And
you.
thank you to the listener for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode of Reinvent Yourself, Discovering Your Higher Purpose. Have a great day. Bye.
Have a great day, guys.